Okay, good day, my viewers, my fans. Today we want to talk about a structure that the upper floor is bigger than the ground floor. How do you design that? How do you load that in CSC ORION and analyze the structure? What I mean is, if you have a structure that that has a cantilever, as in the upper floor plan is bigger than the lower floor plan, or you can see the lower floor plan here. If you have a structure like this, how do you load this in CSC ORION and model it? That is what we want to talk about today, viewers. So my name is Dan. I'm your boy. Please, let's do this together. Let's do it together. First of all, let's go to Corel Draw. Here is the plan. The ground floor plan is the blue lines. The ground floor plan is the blue line. Let's change this other line to a default black lines. So this is the first floor plan. This is the first floor plan. It is bigger than the ground floor plan. How do we know it is bigger? If already in my last tutorial I had taught us how to match, how to generate the upper floor plan from the ground floor plan when they are not duplex, when they are not the same. If the upper floor plan is bigger than the ground floor plan, I had taught us in our last tutorial on how to develop the upper floor plan from the ground floor plan. So if you would want to know, just check on my videos below. Check on my videos below and watch it. You will know how it came about, how to get this upper floor plan from the ground floor plan. So let's get started. How do we know that this plan is bigger than this? You should copy this plan now. You should copy it. Copy, click on it and match. You can see that it is bigger than it. You can see all this space here are going to be cantilever all through. They are going to be cantilever. Cantilever is running all around the building. Remember that the ground floor plan is the blue lines, while the upper floor plan is the black lines. So cantilever is going to run all through these ground floor plan, which makes up the upper floor plan. So how do we load that in CSC ORION? That is the purpose of our study today. So let's get started. Already said, still in that my former video, I had taught us how to grid it. So if you really want to know how to grid it, click the link below or check my videos and watch it. So with this, what do we do next? The next thing that we have to do now is to grid the upper floor plan. Is to grid. Already the ground floor plan has been gridded. So you go to your construction line, pick the tool. Once you pick the tool, or even if you don't do it that way, since already we have gridded it, you just click on this one of these grid lines and click copy it and paste it on all the vertical walls. Then go back and copy it again for the horizontal wall. Pick a point. Where should we pick the point? We should pick a point from here. Click we go. Click. Okay, there we go again. And after this, what do you do next? You have to align them. Align them. Align them to be in uniform. Align them to be in uniform, to look neat. Any work that you are doing in civil engineering, make it neat. There's a saying that says you are addressed in the way you dress. So if you don't make your work neat, people may not, your clients may not really trust in you. You have to make the alignment neat. Okay, having done that, what do you need to do next? Next thing you need to do is to try and do away with the upper floor plan from this very drawing. That is the next thing that you need to do right now. So how do you do away with this? I had grouped the ground floor plan, so to be more easy for me, what you need to do is to just copy out the ground floor plan that I grouped. Pick a point, copy it out. After copying it out, you select all the grid lines. Once you select all the grid lines, you copy them too. Once you copy them too, you pick a point from the ground floor and click it to paste in that same position you copied. Now we have removed the upper floor plan, which has to be the black line. What next do we need to do? We delete the old one to make it the only drawing in this very page. To make it the only drawing in this very page, move it. You can move it to the center if you care. Move it to the center of your work if you care. See, so beautiful. So what do? You save it. Remember, you have to save it to DXF file. DXF file, that is the only file extension format that Orion will recognize. So after saving it, I love saving it in desktop. You save it. I had already saved it, so I have to save it again to that very file. Then you go to Orion and new project, or you close this very one. Once you close it, you open a new one. Let me start it afresh so that you really understand. You close, new project, choose your file name. You can save it as DD. Okay, I'm using it in BS8110 UK code. You import, choose your sheet data, how big you want your sheet to be. Click OK. Then the workspace gonna appear, and from here you have to import your DXF file. Import your DXF file. When you click on file, you go to file, import, then click on external reference drawing. Project should be saved before this process. Yes, we had already set it to DXF file. You click yes. use color, display reference, load. Once you load, you know we save the file in desktop, so this is desktop, and we save it as Orion raw. So you just click on the file. My drawing was in millimeters, so you click on millimeters, click OK. The file has been exported. You load your members, import columns, click OK. Check all these boxes, click start, analyze, close, okay, close. As you can see, all the grid lines that we read, Orion has automatically grid them, given them grid numbers. It has automatically given them grid numbers. So you can see, it has automatically given them grid numbers. So when you are gridding, like I taught us in our last tutorial, know the kind of color, because color do matter. In Orion, it has gridded them. It recognizes all the grid lines. It has recognized all the grid lines, as you can see. Okay, we are now ready to load. So how do we load this? First of all, we have to go to story, edit story. Here on edit story, we changed, I love using my height to be 3150 because the slab thickness is going to be 150. When the height of the wall is 3000, the slab will be in the middle to make it 150. Then this place, I love using 450. And the foundation depth, I love using 1000, depending. And you click OK. Then insert story. We have to insert our story. Here has to, since it is one suspended story, what do you need to put? You know what to put to. Click OK. After this, do you know what next you need to do? The next thing you need to do is to define your what should I call it, materials. Have to set your materials, the kind of settings you want to give your drawings. Click on edit material. After clicking on edit material, after clicking on edit material, here I love using my concrete to be 20 or 25. You click OK. Here the same thing, click apply to all. Okay, as you can see, all of them have changed. Then my steel grade, I'd love to use 410 type 2, 410. Apply to all, click OK. So let's get started. Click OK, and you close. let's start loading. First of all, we'll start loading the column. I want my column to be 225 by 225. Then you place it on the center. Start clicking. From the ground floor plan, note this, that we are on story 1. We are on story 1 as in the ground floor plan. That's where we are. 01, that's where we are. That's when you will load your first columns the way you want it on the ground plan, and you load it down. Load it down. Load it down. Remember, if we did not match this the way we did in our former tutorial, there would be a tendency that it will pierce through the upper floor plan, the room in the upper floor plan. So that was the importance of our last tutorial on how to match, how to draw the structural scheme of a plan that the upper floor is bigger than the ground floor plan. So you can see it makes everything more easy. Okay, I think we are done with the ground floor columns. So let's load the beam. I think we are done. Is there any other place you wish to put your column? Well, you can put your column anywhere you like. But I think I'm done for this one for now. Next thing you want to do is the beam. You see that you click and drag. So set your beams, 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 click and drag. So insert your beams, click and drag. So insert your beams, and here you click and drag. Okay. Here again, you click and drag and insert your beams. Is there any problem? I think we should insert a column somewhere. Set a column here, and set your beam from here to here, and from here to here, from here to here, to here. Remember, the whole of this L is void. Nothing is going to be there. The whole of this L happen to be happen to be happened to be our staircase. Dad, welcome. Okay, that was my father coming back. This the whole of this place from the AutoCAD happened to be void all through. Here was void, that's the staircase. So CSC ORION, we are done with that. The next thing that's going to be here is slab. I have to insert our slab. I'd love the height of my slab to be 150. The thickness of my slab to be 150. Concrete cover is 25. Concrete cover is 25. And you load. As we can see, the self-weight of the slab has been automatically calculated by ORION. So what we need now is to select if there are rooms. So there are rooms. Then the dead load has been automatically calculated. Then the imposed load, you need not to calculate it manually. Or what you need is to just specify if what kind of building it is. So this building, we have different kinds of building here. When you pick it, it's going to calculate the imposed load for you automatically. So for this one, I think we should go with bedrooms and dormitory. So the imposed load has been automatically calculated to be 1.5. So we load the slab. Load the slab. Load it here. I think we went a little mistake here. Yeah, I think there was a mistake there. Once you see a mistake, you recognize it yourself. You're supposed to have put a column here with a beam here, because the pan is too big, the panel is too big. And we now load our slab here and here. So beautiful, so beautiful. No loading here. Why? Because here is void all through. Here happens to be a staircase all through. This space is staircase, so no loading here. Okay, we are done with that. What next are we to do? The next thing what we are about to do, before we do it, let's check it in 3D, how the loading is. Of course, you can see the loading. This is how it's supposed to have been if only it was a duplex. If only it was a duplex, this is how it's supposed to be, but it is not a duplex. The upper floor is bigger than the ground floor. So how do we load that? We now go back to our floor plan. Once we go back to our floor plan, we now going to load our slab. We will now load our slab. Save yes. Let's load our slab. Our cantilever, our cantilever slab. Now go, what kind of type? I think type 12 is the kind of cantilever that we want here. Just load from your right to your left. Oh, we did not specify the, we did not really specify the what do we call it? We did not specify the length of the cantilever. We said it should be 600 out. So click 600. Out. You can see. Click 600 out. 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 Then click 600 out. Do you have to click here though? I'm not sure. You click here down. Okay, we need to take time and do that very well. What was that? Okay, slab. Cantilever, type 12, 600, click it out. One minute. Okay, that is it. Let's check it in our 3D. Okay, you can see how the slab has gone out, and you may see this, that the column has projected out, piercing through the room in the first floor plan. You may think that is a problem, but no, that is never a problem. That is not a problem. We have to fix that out. So you go back. We are done with the first step. So the next step is going to be in the first floor plan. Yeah, that is 32. That is 32. This is R32. You will have to fix our columns there. wish. You have to be very, very careful where you place your columns with the grid so that you will not be confused and place it in where you are not supposed to place. So you have to be so much conversant with your ground floor plan and note where you're supposed to put your columns and where you're supposed not to put. So I think I'm done with that. So let's check it in our 3D if our column placement is okay. Okay, see, everything has been changed. So you see, everything has been changed. See, the ground floor plan is smaller than the upper floor plan. See, so that is how to do it. You see, but we are not done with this. Still need to work on it. So what is here? See, there are some mistakes at the placement of columns, so we still need to be very careful. So let's go back and look at it very well. I think there's supposed to be column here. Oh, let's check it. Hope we have not made any mistake. What is happening here? What is really happening here? Let's go and check what is happening there. This means nothing was here. Oh. Okay, nothing is here. What is happening in this other side? Okay, I think there is okay. We have to be very, very careful where we place our columns. Okay, let's go back to our ground floor plan. From there we will know that is 0, 1. You zoom it. See the line, the yellow lines, the yellow rectangles or triangles or whatever you call it, square, represents the columns in the upper floor on the cantilever. So from there you will know if where you place your columns are right or not. So I think we should remove this very column from the upper floor. I think we should remove these columns from the upper floor. I think we should remove this very column too, the upper floor. This column, see, that's a very big mistake we would have done on the upper floor. So we have to put columns inside inside. So we have to put column 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go to 0, 2. Have to insert our columns. Here. I think supposed to happen here and here. I think it is okay that way. Then what we need to do next now, okay, before that, let's confirm if we are right or not. Okay, see, almost okay, almost done. So the next thing you need to do is give it a beam. Beam. Some people love putting beams to, like here now, some people love extending this beam in order to lap and hold this cantilever, placing on the column, so that the column will be placed on top of the beam on the first floor. That is what some people do, and some people do not do it. But I don't know any way you want to do it. But if you were to put beams, then from here you extend the beam like that. From here you extend the beam like that. From here you extend the beam like that. From here you extend the beam like this. If you check at this picture I gave to you, this engineer has done it. Look at it. He has extended this beam in order to hold his cantilever. Here too, he has extended this very beam to hold this cantilever, and this is the rod for the continuation of the column. So the column is going to be placed on top of this beam here, while the wall will run through the cantilever. You can see I'm bringing in this picture so that you will really understand what I am doing here. See? Okay, let's go back to Orion. Okay, I think you need to put beam here if you wish, but there are some engineers that do not put these beams. Orion will still calculate the reinforcement that will hold the I don't know what's wrong here. Okay, no one wants to be there. Can it be there? Supposed to be a beam here. Okay, don't want to have a beam, there's no problem. The manual work will give you a beam. So let's check our modeling, how it looks like. Okay, you have seen it. So beautiful. So beautiful. You can see it. So beautiful. So I told you that with Orion we don't have any problem. Orion has simplified all the structural works. So let's get going. So even if I'm to stop there, you won't lose anything. But let's still continue. Let's load the slab for the upper floor. Go to slab. Okay, it did not load any beam. Let's run the beam through together. Now run your beam, 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 run your beam. Run our beam here. I think we made a mistake here. It's supposed to have put a column here and here and here, if I'm not mistaken, but you can still correct that on your own. So we run our beams. Then, if I'm not mistaken, this would have been like this. Well, this would have been like this, and this would have been like this. Then you load your slab here. There is a mistake here. You click delete. Orion is very simple. Okay, then you go to your slab. It says your slab. What's there? Oh, type 1. Sorry for that. Click, 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 click. We have done a mistake here. Click here. And let's correct this mistake. What's the mistake? You're supposed to have put a beam here, because that panel would be too long. And click here and click here. Yeah, home and dry. So let's look at our 3D modeling. See, so beautiful, so beautiful. So that is how to load a structure that has a cantilever wall all around the ground floor plan. So it's very simple. Very simple. That is where we are going to stop for today. Maybe in our next class we are going to talk on how to analyze it. So this one is just for loading. You can see how beautiful it is. So viewers, please do not forget to click on this subscribe button. Subscribe doesn't really mean that you will pay any money for it, but it will only notify you when our next video will be out. So please do not forget to click on the subscribe button and share. As you can see, it's very beautiful. So thank you very much for watching.